Hey, what's up guys? Andy here, and today we're going to be discussing the Shield Hero. Now, I know typically today is the day we upload the videos for the Shield Hero, but there is no more Shield Hero episodes as of right now. But this video, we're going to discuss the possibility of a Season 2, what could go on in that, and what could happen. And on top of all of that, we're going to be discussing my take on the series, what I think is the best, episode, what really set this whole series up and got me in love with it, because at first I thought it was just going to be, a good anime, but kind of like a generic, but it wasn't. It really did prove to be a good watch every single week. There wasn't a dull episode at all in the series, but with that being said, we have a lot to talk about in this video, so let's go ahead and jump right into it, and I hope you all do enjoy this one. It's going to be a fun one if y'all ask me.
They say you don't gotta go home, but you can't stay here. And no, I don't wanna be alone in the world out there.
Alright, so the first thing I want to discuss is all these pictures you all are seeing in the background is every single screenshot I have taken during my time watching the Shield Hero and reviewing it, which is from episode 1. So y'all might get a few nostalgic scenes in here. I know I did when I was putting this together. But with that being said, we're going to jump right into this, and I want to talk first off about the Season 2. So it's all but confirmed at this point. I mean, they set it up at the end there where they didn't beat Lark, Therese, or Glass, and they kind of set it to where, yeah, it's going to happen, and even though apparently my buddy in the comments told me that they pushed the story ahead where he got the village and everything, so, I mean, they could go without another Season 2, or without a Season 2, but I highly doubt it. With that being said, the possibility of a Season 2 I feel like is really, really good, and we'll probably get that next year, if not, a little bit later, or sooner. I mean, I don't know. I would assume by 2020, this time next year, we'll have it. So, I wouldn't promise that, though. I mean, you all tell me what y'all think in the comments down below. Everything I read on this from when I made this video, which 7/2, July the 2nd, it's not confirmed yet. But, like I said, the possibilities are out there. And with everything we've seen in this series, it's gotta happen. I mean, if they don't get another season, then I'm going to be very upset, because I was going to just go ahead and read the light novels, but there is still a lot of stuff in the light novels that they haven't done in the anime. And since I know I'll review it when it comes back out, I want to stay true to not knowing what happens. So, yeah. I was actually going to get my buddy who in the comments, he talks about it all the time in this video, but everything just kind of came up too quick and it got late, and he never added me on Twitter, so I wasn't sure what to do there. So, yeah. With that being said, now that I've got my piece out on the Season 2, I 100% believe we're getting a Season 2, whether it be sooner or later is yet to be determined. The next thing I want to talk about is my favorite episode in the entire series. It's Naofumi's Triumphant Return. It also happens to be the video that has the most views on my channel from the Rising of the Shield Hero episodes. I don't know why that video went so well, but the episode was insane. I loved every second of it, and it really blew everything up for me, because, it was his big return, it was his moment, he's finally a hero, and well, not really a hero to everybody, but he's like a hero to the masses now. The majority of the people know he didn't do these awful things. So, it was a great episode, plus, Naofumi actually got to, be the good guy for once, and they actually started to show emotions. So it wasn't a lot, but we got it. Next thing I want to do is I want to go over some of the key characters and discuss what I liked about them, what I thought about them, and what I wish they kind of would have did different with some. To start off, I don't want to do Naofumi, Raftalia, Philo, or Melty first. I want to start off with Erhard. I actually didn't know this guy's name, but he was the salesman who at the very beginning gave Naofumi a sword, and we can, obviously see he's cheering Naofumi on the whole way through the story. But I think they called him Boss in the anime, so I don't know. You all know who I'm talking about. Erhard, I think. Maybe. That's what Google said. But I loved his character because we didn't get to see him a lot, but we obviously could see that he was truly rooting for Naofumi, even from the very beginning. So there's not too much to say. I just kind of wanted to say that I really did enjoy his character. Now, moving past that, I want to go to Fatoria. Now, we didn't get to see her anymore in the series in this season, but I guarantee you she's going to be coming up. Regardless of what she does, I think she's going to play a huge role in the series looking forward, and Philo is going to be the next queen, so I think she's going to have a good wing under her hand there. Next up, let's talk about the other heroes here. Rin, Itsuki, and Motoyasu. To start off, Rin is my favorite of the three. Why is Rin my favorite of the three? Well, no reason. They're all useless. It just can't be Motoyasu, and Itsuki's still kind of more of a cunt. Naofumi put the trust in Rin to get the message across when, they were attacking him in the forest, so at least Naofumi kind of trusts him a little bit more than the other two. Itsuki, he's got a cool character design. I love bows and games and stuff, but he's just not my cup of tea. Motoyasu. I love Motoyasu's character, because he's a good character that you want to hate. He gets a bit too out there with it sometimes, though, so it kind of ruined it a little bit in my opinion, but I still like the way that, he's a lovable... I love to hate him. That's what I'm looking for here. Moving past that, I want to talk about Malty, which is also known as Bitch or Slut. Or Mine, whatever you want to call her. She's Motoyasu's little, plunging of disaster here. Motoyasu wouldn't have been a bad guy if it wasn't for her, but I love her character. I don't care what anybody says. She is a hell of a character, and she gets way too much shit. Not for the reason that she's a good person, but for the reason that she literally got me invested in this story. I wanted to fucking just rage on this shit, because she started everything with Naofumi. She made the first lie up, and shit just spread like wildfire. If it wasn't for her, this series wouldn't have been good. If she had just been a good little companion to Naofumi, it wouldn't have been as good, in my opinion. It was that hate that really set Naofumi off, so I think she's a great character due to that, but Bellucas, I think that's his name, he's the slave merchant where he got Raftalia from. I want to talk about him for a second, because I feel like he's going to be playing some big parts later on in the series. Definitely going to be some more slaves going out, and I think it's going to be really fun to see that happen, but let's talk about one of my favorite characters, Lark. The vassal heroes, Lark, Glass, and Therese. So far, they're the villains, but they're also not trying to hurt people. So it's weird. They just gotta kill the other heroes to save their world. It wasn't never fully explained, but my buddy kind of caught me up to speed on most of it. So I love Lark's character. He's got a great design. I love Therese's, the way she uses, the magic and stuff. That's awesome. And Glass really introduced the scaling. She showed them that they were weak as shit. So that was pretty cool. But I guess let's talk about Philo. I love Philo's character. There's not too much to say about her, though. Melty's the same way. I love her character, but there's not too much to say. It's all been said. Raftalia, on the other hand, we've got to see her grow as a character this whole way through, and I am so proud of her character. With Naofumi, we got to see the same exact thing. The typical anime trope of oh, he's bad, he sucks, and then he gets great. Yeah, we got to see that, but getting to see Naofumi go from a place of complete and utter disgust to where he literally said in one of the episodes, slaves aren't people, or slaves don't matter, or something like that. I can't remember the exact quote, but he said that when he was first buying Raftalia, and it was crazy, because, that's, looking back now, Raftalia is, they're a thing, I guarantee it. That's gonna happen before the end of the series, so seeing their characters from, Naofumi being in a place of complete hatred, and Raftalia being in a place of completely giving up on life and not even wanting to see a sword or anything, to being a badass warrior fighter standing right beside the shield hero. That was awesome. But yeah, guys, that's just my take on it. I'm a little bit tired, and it's a little bit late, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up here. Definitely let me know in the comments down below what you think of all the characters, because I think everyone gets a little too much shit for, you know, Malty, or, well, mine, bitch, goddamn, you know what I mean. And all those other characters, because, like, they were, in Motoyasu, they're, like, bad guys, but they're good characters. They really set it up to where you hate them. Because, like, yeah, it's just a thing. It ain't nothing but a thing, guys. Anyway, though, if y'all did enjoy this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all next time. Peace out.
Take a moment right here, feeling like it's out gear, driving towards the sun with a rose and a gun. Feel the wind in my hair.